People of God, in this life, make sure you do good. Don't envy people when they are rising up. Make sure you are standing by people, not pulling them down. If today you are in the limelight and everyone is clapping for you, I will join them to clap for you. It is not time for me to be criticizing you. Mordecai and Esther, number one, were all in a strange land as slaves. And he was positioned at the king's gate. Then a call came from the king's palace. And they picked Esther. And Mordecai saw Esther rising. He saw an opportunity that was given to Esther. If it was some of us, we would be bitter. That how come I am older than Esther? All of us have come as slaves in a strange land. And Esther has been picked ahead of me. And she has become a potential candidate to be the king's wife. The position where Mordecai was and where Esther was going was higher than his position. But he didn't care if Esther would be lifted to that position. As long as Esther is a child of God, I am happy that Esther should be lifted. As long as Esther is a Christian, then Esther should be lifted. Because when children of God are in position, the nation rejoices. It is in the Christendom that soldiers kill themselves. It is in Christendom that when someone falls, we take knife and stab them at the back. But soldiers are not like that. When someone falls on the battlefield, you lift the person up and say, don't die, we are fighting this battle together. Last week I preached about love. Mordecai said, if Esther will get to the top and I will remain a security man, it is fine. Why? Because if it is not my turn, I must not push it. I must not. I must not. Rather, told Esther the secret. How to remain in the competition. How many of us will have this heart? That you are in a company working for so long. Then someone comes to do the national service under you. And now an opportunity comes for managerial position. And the person is called to come for an interview. How will your heart feel? If you want God to be the one to lift you up, that is not the time to now go and be reporting, he is not a good guy. Ever since he came to this company, look at, he's been coming to work late. Now you see all the bad things about the person, not out of constructive criticism, but out of envy. When you are criticizing others, be careful it is not sponsored by envy. Sometimes we try to find wrong things about people and we make it look as though we are correcting them. But that thing is sponsored by envy. That you are not married and she is married. Are you here with me? The least thing the person does, look at her. Look at you. Look at her. Look at the hair. And you are a married woman who dress well. You are a married. Always giving negative comments. When will you give a positive comment to the person? The reason why most of us Christians and the body of Christ is becoming weaker and weaker is because there is no more love among us. We don't stand for one another.